talking about Atlanta. Welcome to my city. Talking about Atlanta. Welcome to my city.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
In the building.
My boy KB in the building.
That's right, that's right.
Appreciate it, man.
That's what's up, that's what's up. Now man, first of all, man, you know, it really feels like, you know what I'm saying, you actually from here, man. You got so many ties and connections, man, that's going on here in the city.
Sure.
And you made a lot of things happen in the city, man, but you just let the people know exactly where you from, though.
Yeah,
Well, I'm from Los Angeles, from neighborhood, and then I'm from Pasadena, so I'm from California.
California?
You know what I'm saying?
California,
Yeah.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah, I'm from Cali. I'm from ATL too, though. I ain't even ATL. I'm from the deck.
I say, look,
One of the main things that I'm gonna tell the total truth. One thing that people don't understand: the community is the biggest thing that you can ever have to blow up your records. And one of the things that I did on top of just all this music stuff, I did Toys in the Hood. So that was one thing. I ain't never seen projects in my life like LA got projects. These are different. These are projects. It was like Herndon Homes, Capitol Homes, Grady Homes, Perry Homes, Hollywood, Bankhead Court, and I ain't never seen that. So my first thing when I made some money, I said I made sure I'm finna go out here and I'm finna help out these people in the community, these kids. Because see, at the end of the day, the kids, see, this is the number one thing. The kids are the ones that say this is what's happening, right? But here it go. If you're helping the kids in the community, if you're building the kids in the community, that's gonna give you sustainability and a long impression. But we overlook that. So even today, I'm a STEM educator. I'm an educator in 40 schools, you know. But a lot of the cats today, they overlook that. You feel me?
That's right.
They don't think it's valuable. You understand what I'm saying? Which is crazy to me because
they are the future.
it's 1,500 kids. It's 1,500 kids in every school, right? 1,500 kids in every school. Some schools, like yesterday, Mays, they got 1,800 students. But back in the day, I was like, wait a minute. Not only that, I teach in the schools, so I got 40 kids in each one of my classrooms in all these schools.
Right.
So if I gave these kids a t-shirt with the brand on it, then I got these kids running around promoting. What we did was lost culture and let these people control how we make money.
Exactly.
And see, I knew about Beats by Dre 5 years before it happened. And so that's when I changed my position and what needed to happen. Because there's no way in the world that I'm coming from a place where I'm getting $10 and $20. I mean, that's why they scamming and ain't no more trappers. I mean, they ain't gonna say any more trappers. Let me stop it. Let me back up. Let me back. But y'all understand, let me talk the truth. We ain't on 2nd Avenue. We ain't on that. That's over with. You feel me? The Cali moves and all that's old. So I'm just saying this ain't the same. These kids out here, the kids are normally, I'm in the trenches in these schools. The girl said normally in a normal space, yeah, you know, we're trying to move forward. My boyfriend, you know, he's a scammer. He's doing his best. What? Like, this is real, right?
I think that's cool.
Well, it goes even deeper to the commandments, but just sticking to what Sharon said, I don't understand where, see, I got over 100-some thousand students on my database.
That's right.
Now, one thing I didn't understand, because I just, you know, the 0.0001 that you're going to make money streaming, like, I'm finna come in here and at least, you know, run some t-shirts or try to do, I got my own product, man. You feel me? Matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all, like, I'm trapping till the wheels fall off. You feel me?
Yeah.
I got my own product. I got headphones that got the music. I do movies, so the headphones come with the music, so you can just take this off, and the music is right there. Like wow. Like when they took the CDs off the counters, you know what I'm saying? I just did my homework. Like one thing about the marathon they don't understand is that Nip had a technology where you can actually scan the shirt, just whatever image. I got that technology. You feel me? So what I'm saying is we can't let these people control what we do and how we move in the community. It don't work like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
At all. Like you can't, how you gonna tell us when y'all made the 45, y'all made the 8-track, y'all made the cassette tape, y'all made the vinyl, y'all made CDs, and then they ass made the damn product that goes with it, our music, and made money off of our music, and then it became a problem when hip-hop became the biggest thing selling. But then you still want to come to me and talk to me about all platforms. I mean, at the end of the day, the marathon was bigger than that. And so that's what I'm on. So that's why I'm in a space where I'm with the students, I'm with the schools, because at the end of the day, even radio, if you look at radio, I'm opening 4 radio stations in North Carolina. Why? Because the business, if you go to V103, they got HD this, HD that, HD, because it's went to social media and digital.
That's right.
Follow me? So if my stations are by 4 colleges that I teach in, that's 30,000 students in in this college in North Carolina State. It's 17,000 in A&T. You follow what I'm trying to tell you? So I don't give a damn. I'm on social media and I got these people going offline, online, and I'm giving them the opportunity to be on the platform.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been trapping since 96, man. You know, straight up.
Let's be friends.
On Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell and receive a free 10-piece wings for you and your friends. That's right, free 10-piece with a $15 minimum food order. Bring your friends out to Sharon Showcase O'Reilly's Hungry Hour, Wednesday through Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. and get a free 10-piece wings for you and your friends. Enjoy the best burgers, honey hot chicken tenders, Philly cheese steaks, and a pork chop sandwich that'll make you want to slap somebody. For the best food in town, bring your friends out to Sharon Showcase O'Reilly's, 3875 Covington Highway, Decatur, Georgia. Try our blue plate specials, fish and soul food. For a $15 minimum food order, receive 10 free hot wings. Don't have a car? Try DoorDash O'Reilly's.
You know what I'm saying? But he said, I'm gonna let you promote Lil Kim, He said, I'm gonna give you $100 a month.
Okay.
So that's how I started. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, you know, I was around putting out flyers, posters, like whatever I could, just trying to make a name for myself. And then I ended up getting me an internship because I found out, like Stacy was telling me, Bob Whitfield was out here, and he from Cali too.
Patchwork Studio.
Yeah, so I ended up getting an intern paying slight job at Patchwork. And so this was like my change in my career, because like me and Jason Jeter used to intern together, and we were pushing Razzcast.
Grind hustle.
Yeah, and everybody was coming up to Patchwork, you know. So during my break, I'm down there with Bun, Pimp, Sanji, Jazzy. You know, the next day I'm on break, I'm down there with Usher. Next day I'm on break, I'm with Outkast. So I'm meeting these niggas, like I'm like kicking it with them.
That's right.
Burning, you know what I mean? Like I know I've met these people, and then around that time, Black Market. See, this is what people don't know. Like Black Market Entertainment, Lil Jon used to be a DJ, and so it was Rob, Vince, Cersei, and Lil Jon, and they used to live off Campbellton Road. And so Rob was really cool with me, you know, just on the spectrum. He used to play the guitar, and he had pulled me to the side one time. He was like, look, you know, we be getting all the accounts out here. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay. He was like, just give me about a week. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna holler at you because we're getting ready to get a deal with Black Market Entertainment as a production. And I was like, you know, I didn't know what that meant. I was just like, okay. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make money. And the reason why, because I just had twins. So that's part of my story. I had twin daughters, so I was buying 2 of everything, or trying to at the time.
Right.
And so around that time, I was at Peppermint Music at West End, and my boy Rico Brooks. I was in there, and me and Rico used to always talk, and a dude came in there named Dwayne Stokes. And I'll never forget this, because he walked in, he was like, yo, I see you everywhere, bro. He said, look here, man, I'm gonna pay you $700 to promote my artists every month.
That money keep climbing, man.
Hey, I know that's
So,
right. That's a good thing right
The $700,
That's what you want.
yeah. I was tripping because I was like, oh, you finna pay me? Like, you know, so that's part of my story, like, you know, and this is my part of my story for Atlanta, like, the $700, you know, I just said, look, I need 5 people to pay me $700, and that's how I started.
That's what's
And
up.
that's what I teach my students, you know. It's a real life space. So the artist's name, he was from Decatur too, I think. His name was Tiger. And the record was called Party People. And there was a dude named DJ Wiz that produced that track. And so as time went on, I ended up meeting this dude named Eric Johnson, and he was working for Sylvia Rome. And he was like, look, dog, I'm gonna pay you $2,000. And I was like, oh man, I needed this money. He said, but I want you to go to Columbia, South Carolina. And I'm like, man, I got a hoopty. My car ain't gonna make it down there. You know?
I had a 2-notch.
Yeah, I gotta go there straight to 2-notch. Man, my car wasn't gonna make it. And I just had to figure it out. So, you know, in college, you know, the Fry, all the students lived in Clarkston. You know what I'm saying? So I asked my homegirl, I was like, look, let me get your car for one day. I'm gonna give you $300. I'm gonna pay you a car note, and I'm gonna zip down here to Columbia. And so she was like, cool. So I go down, get the product. I go down to Columbia, South Carolina, and this is where I learned to take it to the next level. So when I got down there, I went to all the record stores. You know what I'm saying? They turned me on to the DJs. So that's when I met Big G on 2-Notch at Fantasy Island. You know what I'm saying? And then I met a couple other DJs, Prince Ice. And then when I was coming home, I'll never forget, I heard the song on the radio, and I was tripping. I was like, damn, this is different.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to blow up. And it was Shorty Swing My Way. And so from that point, that's when my whole thought process of my new trapping of what I was about to do.
Okay.
And that's what I teach the kids today. I'm like, just don't stop. I don't care about education, just get the information. Because information made $1 million. Bottom line, you feel me? And I teach them that too because, like, you know, you go to school all the time and you don't learn, but then you go to school to do what? Get information.
That's right.
So they pay the people that have the information, but they pay the people even more that are applicable.
Exactly.
So application was my thing. So when I was at the rim shop, my boy came to me. And so, you know, I was already tied in with the streets because I was already moving around. I used to go to Nightlife, Charles on Friday, West End, 559. I was in the streets every night, you know what I'm saying? And my boy came to me, dude named Momo, you know what I'm saying? From Thomasville, came to me, he was like, yo, I got this dude you need to holler at, boom, boom. So I was like, cool. So it was my boy KV.
KV, shout out to KV, Drew BMK.
Yeah, Drew BMK. He pulled up on me, was like, I got this new artist popping, blah, blah, blah. And so what ended up happening with that, it was a song called Born Threat. And so he sent me back to South Carolina, and I charged him the same amount of money, you know what I'm saying? So that just became a thing. And then when I came back on that route is when I met this dude named Brian Gotti.
Brian Gotti,
And it was a group called A Damn Shame.
Damn shame.
And he was like, nah, bro, I want you to go to Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, South Carolina. I'm like, what? You want me to drive to all these spots? And then I just thought about my process. I was like, it was $4,500, right? Back then, that was decent little money, but I told myself the same thing I teach these students. I said, man, I'm finna go. And the reason why I went was to go get the information. Because I knew when he paid me $4,500, I was gonna get 5 people to pay me $4,500. And that's how that worked. Brian made about $280,000. He was the first independent in Atlanta, I think, on a base of selling product that made that much money. Wow. Triple P.
Shout out to Brian.
So shout out to Brian, shout out to Scott Dale. And then from there, that's when you got Pastor Troy and them will play in GA. Because they came and got the package. My package went up to $6,500 at that time. That's what I'm saying. So, and then Collie Park came to me. That's how we got Whistle While You Twerk.
That's right.
And then Jim Crow came to me, Holla at a Player. I did that record. That was Jazzy and Polo. And then I ended up doing Lil Jon. Couldn't be a better player than me. I like them girls, right? And then the last one, they don't want to give me my credit, was Ludacris Fantasy.
Hi. If you find yourself in a hospital bed like this due to the negligence of someone else, whether it be an automobile accident, big truck accident, or motorcycle accident, if I was a real doctor, I would be able to get you well. But since I am not a real doctor, I'm actually Jackie the Fly Lawyer Patterson. I can get you paid. I will get you the most compensation. Do not let anyone injure you and you not be compensated. Contact me, The Fly Lawyer, at theflylawyer.com. Mr. Smith, I want to thank you so much for allowing me to represent you. And this check is for you.
Thank you, Mr. Fly Lawyer. I really appreciate everything. Thank you. Woo. Woo. Woo, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Woo. The Fly Lawyer. Woo.
Oh yeah? Anything y'all could do, I also could do, but I could also do it better.
Do you sing? Bring it to the stage. Do you well? Bring it to the stage. Do you dance? Bring it to the stage. Or tell jokes. Bring it to the stage. Come out to Sharon Showcase on Raleigh every Thursday. But what if I don't sing, rap, or tell jokes? Come out and watch the show for free and enjoy the best food and drink specials in town every Thursday. Brought to you by Down by Law and Sharon Showcase on Raleigh, 3875 Covington Highway, Decatur, Georgia.
Okay.
But in between that, and I don't get my money now. I'm still staying in the deck though. I'm in the hood. I'm off Midway. So, I'm over here off Midway. I'm moving around, you know what I mean? So, Shawty Red up the street, yeah, we moving around, you know what I mean? DJ Dice and Shawty Red and the twins, shout out to them. They had the first production, you know? So, as time went on, my homegirl brought this tape to me. She was like, I was hot. Greg was here, and how we met, we got to arguing about a damn shame. I didn't mention that. So, I didn't know who he was. We was at the gate. We was arguing in the parking lot because I was telling him, he was like, who are you? I was like, I don't know, who is you? You know what I mean? Going back and forth. And then I ended up, he was like, I'm on the radio. I just got, I was like, oh, okay, well, check this out. Take this tape and take this CD, man. I need you to play this. That's all I knew. But he was like, man, this is business. And da-da-da-da-da. I was like, well, play it in the club. He was like, man, this is business. I said, okay, bro. I said, they're going to be playing this record in about a week or two. Because I'm going to stay in these clubs. I'm going to stay in their face. You know what I'm saying? I just stayed adamant about what I did. And probably about 3 weeks later, I ran into him again out in the parking lot while I was working. And we going back and forth. But this time, he was like, wait a minute. That's that record. That's what they've been playing in the club. And he was like, look, bro. Come to my house tomorrow, man. I need to holler at you. And I'll never forget, man. I walked to this dude's house in Water's Edge, man. I said, man, who the hell are you, bro? Because I seen all these pictures of E40 and Quick and all these different people. I'm like, man, who is you? And he had a box with skullduggery, F the money niggas at the bottom of the basement. He told me to grab it. He said, take these tapes, bro. I want you to go promote. And that was our relationship.
Damn.
From there,
wow.
Man. So really, that's what happened prior.
Okay.
So just to let people know,
Right.
it was a system we had. So it wasn't this ain't fake. So when I come back on the road, the button was pressed. And that's how that worked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you look at what I just said, Pastor Troy went to Universal because Gene Griffin had him locked. But if you look at it, Collie Park went to Interscope. That was the first boutique. Lil Jon went to Warner Brothers, second boutique. Jazzy and Polo went to Interscope. Jazzy went to Capitol, right? And where he was signing Noonie. You know, Noonie was from Cali too. There was a bunch of Cali. We was outside out here. Shakir, you know what I'm saying? And what ended up happening was Luda, he went to DTP. But the initiate, just to let you know, when the face closed down, I had to go do some time, right? So I had to go turn, you remember, I had to turn myself in. Right. So I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I got these twins, I didn't know what I was gonna do. So my boy Randall, he was the only person I really kind of trusted. So since he was losing his job and I wasn't gonna be here, I just put my team together. My pop had the same name as me. And so, and the crazy part, before I went to prison, I took y'all on tour.
Yeah, we did.
And I was working so I was working with Cash Money.
Yeah.
So I went on the road with Cash Money for like a whole year and a half. And I'm part of 99 2000. So I was on the road with Wayne, BG, Turk, Slim, Beatrice, and BG. You know what I'm saying?
Slim was out there too sometimes.
Yeah, Slim was with me.
Yeah.
You know, so the whole Cash Money thing. But I stayed down with them till they got the $30 million. And how that happened was, like, Greg was cool with Percy Miller. She know that. Greg was cool with Pete. But they had some issues.
That's for real.
They had some issues and something happened. But because he knew they had beef. So one day when I used to give these little VHS tapes out. So I went to Greg's house and I popped it in. I was like, bro, if you don't get behind this, if you don't get on this, it's going to be an issue. And we played the high video. And then I was telling him about the Ferrari and it wasn't Babies. It was another homie I was working with.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know how Greg do. DJ Dose played the record that night, and then Greg came and played it 6 times on Monday night, because you know we used to be in the GC on Monday. Chap was the only one playing the record in GC, and Wednesday, Baby called me and said, we signed for $30 million, Wody, and flying to New Orleans.
See, that's what I'm talking about. He had his hands in a lot of stuff and, you know, played a big integral part in a lot of these artists where they at. You know,
that was from the beginning.
That's the humble beginnings, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You came in doing your thing, man.
Working.
You put him in position. Yeah, because like he was saying, you know, he put us on the tour with Cash Money, you know, us being an independent and everything, you know, every city we went, you know, we went to the radio station, did radio drops, we even did in the store signings and all that was because of Kaspa the Don, you know, he makes it happen. Yeah.
I mean, I was just learning, like, you know, I just went to work. Like, that's what I see that's lacking out here today. They ain't working, ain't no hustle, you know, and just in the craziest part though is that when I went away, like, so the craziest part, before I had to turn myself in, it was the Source Awards. So my homies in LA were actually running Interscope. And so they flew me to LA for the Source Awards. I was when Suge was on stage talking about the videos, and Outkast was like, we got something to say. It was that weekend. And when they came to the hotel, they gave me this Chronic cup with a shirt in it. And they was like, yo, bro, you gotta wear this tonight or you ain't gonna get in. And I was like, okay, well. And it was the biggest night of my life, because that was the night I met Dr. Dre for the 2001 signing party in Eminem, and it was at the Playboy Mansion. My life changed. I was like, it's over with. I'm calling home, or maybe mom calling me in Decatur. Where are you at? I'm at the Playboy Mansion with your non-believing ass.
CEOs, entrepreneurs, and artists, do you have a business, product, or music you want to promote to thousands of viewers each week? Advertise on Sharon Showcase Live, the hottest new show on YouTube. Increase your sales, visibility, and social media engagements. Starting at $100, 15, 30, and 60-second spots are available. To advertise on Sharon Showcase Live, text Miss Sharon at 678-754-4756.
Welcome to Sip, Shop, and Eat. I'm Cassandra Kirk, and this is Legally Yours.
Whether it's merci, gracias, or danke, we all have our way of saying thank you. And we crafted this collection with lawyers and the folks who adore them in mind. But our stationery is more than just paper and ink. It's the perfect expression of you. Oh, and by the way, we're super excited to be at Sip, Shop, Eat Atlanta on November 4th through 5th. If you're a lawyer or just love sending out thoughtful notes, come hang out with us. Curious? Sneak a peek at www.legallyyoursllc.com.
Don't let you skip over that you had to turn yourself in due time, but that didn't stop that for
Oh yeah, well I
But
was
that
telling
was
people
like-
about that,
yeah.
but well, there was a distribution company, and they were gonna hire me to run everything because I did everything already, you know, and that was how the position we was gonna play it. But I had to go turn myself in, so I set it up where, you know, my pop had my name, so you know I put a dude in position because the face closed, you know, the face closed down. And so when they closed, I put him in my position. I still had my team. And so I still ran the industry. I made like $250,000 when I was in there.
$250,000 from the
That's dope.
Yeah. So I didn't spend no money really. I just took care of my kids, took care of my family when I was in there. You know what I'm saying? I was in there with a bunch of, you know, cats, you know, that was that we know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I was just a hustler. Like I went in there and started hustling. I was just like, this is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? You know, baby moms come down there talking about you high? I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I got lockers in here. Like this is different. And so when I popped out, it was like the Midnight Marauders. They were starting to take over and take position. And I was doing interviews with Greg on the radio live. It was weird because he used to do that. He did it with Big D. He did an interview with me when I was there. And then when I hopped out, the Super Friends were created. So that was something different. Like I was having a fight against them because Hot 97, they had a whole crew. They was running that whole Midtown Atlanta. They wasn't in the hood though. They was just in downtown clubs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And so I had to figure it out. And I ended up buying like 5 vans. Me, Emo, and my boy Dennis. You know what I'm saying? And I was already tapped into the industry. So at that point, you know, I was working for Violator. And, you know, Violator was like one of the biggest management companies at the time.
Right.
And so, you know, Kool-Aid, DJ Kool-Aid, shout out to Kool-Aid, shout out to Hershey, you know, shout out to Funky, like, you know, Jazzy T's. I mean, we already had a relationship. So they got at me about, yo, we need to do the Legion of Doom. And I'm like, man, I don't want to do that. I'm like, man, they can't touch me. I'm back home. Like, I'm not going against something that don't have no weight. You know what I mean? Because me and Street had it on lock. Like, it was just, you couldn't move without us.
That's right.
And the you know, the hip hop, the New York side was coming in Atlanta. It was like just a New York vibe on Hot 97, period. And what ended up happening was they done talked me into it, you know, and we put that, you know, I put the Legion of Doom together, Legion of Doom DJs.
Okay. But you had a spin-off for that. You came up with your
Yeah, I
own
didn't.
thing, man.
Yeah,
You
we
put
didn't get
together,
along.
man.
We was at, matter of fact, I was managing this kid named Maceo. Go Sit Down. And we had a meeting. It was Glenwood Day. I'll never forget. We had a meeting at Jazzy T's with all the DJs. And a chick I didn't want to be with. And RH her day, man. So she kind of flipped them on me, you know what I'm saying? Because when money get involved, because I was moving around. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't somebody, I'd already been traveling. I knew bigger ranking. Like, I had been traveling. I knew everybody already.
Right.
And I was trying to put a bigger crew together, not just stuck in Atlanta. And we ended up breaking up, you know what I'm saying? Which was sad because that was the beginning of just divide and conquer between DJs today. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I ended up, I was depressed. So I ended up working with Noon again. And I was doing Sierra. I did Sierra 1 2 Step, Goodies. And that's when Jeezy kind of popped out. And Block was moving around. He was doing the Boys in the Hood. And so we used to have a studio over there on Shamley. Bolo was over there doing the engineering. And that was the time when I met Meech. And I used to always see him and J-Bo in the club, you know what I'm saying? It was quiet. And then I knew his brother in LA. And when I seen him pop up, I was like, I didn't know what y'all doing out here, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, yeah, we were G's, and I was like, you know what? Coach K used to be on the road with me and CeeLo and Jazzy. He used to be like, man, you need to make up with him. I'm like, man, I'm not doing that. And there was a dude named DJ Herb. They don't never mention my boy DJ Herb.
Yeah, DJ Herb. Shout
He's
out
still
to
around
Herb,
now,
man.
ain't Herb around? He's still around, isn't he?
Nah, I mean, he's around. I heard Tommy Fix just passed away.
Okay. 'Cause I know.
Yeah, but Herb is somewhere, but
DJ Cowboy.
Herb came to me and was like, man, let's create another crew. And then Greg was like, you know what I'm saying? We don't care about them. And I was like, all right. So Herb was like, let's do the Hitman.
The Hitman DJs, man.
And I was like,
Yes, sir.
I was like, okay, cool. I had a dude design the logo. And nobody really believed in me doing this. My boy that was running Kevin Black, that was running Interscope, he's the one that put on Death Row. And he was just like, I don't know, Kaspa. So what I did, it was 2002, I'll never forget. I flew all these dudes in town. And we got the Marriott Marquis. And it was the first time I had on my DJs. And at that time, it was Meech, my boy J-Rock. Shout out to J-Rock. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk about him, Bogart. He had an artist, Ooey. And then Blackout, another Drew BMK.
Right.
And Blackout, my boy Brown. And so this is all the money in Atlanta. It was just, and they just was like, man, we gonna support what you wanna do. And Jeezy was my only artist that year. And I still was feeling some type. I felt great because I had all my DJs and everybody was in town. And then I remember we did a panel with Carl Washington and Jeezy. That was all we had. And when I left, I went outside and Coach pulled up. And then Jeezy pulled up in a Harley truck. He was like, hop in. And so Greg hopped in. I hopped in the back. And then Coach said, man, I'm tired of you doing all that crying, man. You know, you've been crying ever since we've been out running and roll. I'm tired of you doing all that crying. And the press trapper died. And I was like, oh my God, here we go. I was like, we out of here.
That's right.
And that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he brought the whole energy back with Trapper Die. And at the time, you know, I was moving around so cold. Like, Jay Nix was on Rap City, and he was a hitman. Okay. So just any DJ I wanted to, you know, when the main artist came, when Jeezy came, it was a hitman DJ on the Rap City. You know what I'm saying? I had a country on lock. It was just a space, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You feel it, man. You feel that space.
Yeah, it was a space. Like, we had a country on smash. Like, it was at a point where, you know, Jermaine, you know, I think I did so many records, and then it was probably about 2006. 2006, yeah. And shout out to Jizzle in the building. Yes, man.
Shout out to Jizzle, man. Franchise boys, man.
Yeah, man. Cause shout out Jizzle. He in the building because he know I definitely blew them up. That was just and Jermaine was somebody I would never mess with because, you know, he just wasn't street. You know, he wasn't in, you know, we was on.
Right.
You know, and so when I went up there to meet him and Lionel Rittenhour, it was the first time he went to Virgin, and he was just like, you know, I want you to come and run the label. You know what I'm saying? And that was a space that it was like, you know, I don't really take on no jobs. I got my own platform. But, I mean, the money was so crazy, I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I got a whole team to feed, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing people don't understand. Like, I really fed my team, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was about 80 of us, you know what I'm saying, country, to make sure people was eating. That was the thing. And so, I think at that time, when I took them out on like a 28 city tour, and then the Virgin Records were trying to sabotage me. Like, they were sabotaging me the whole tour. But we were so powerful, bro. We still took them #1. It didn't even matter. And I remember we almost got a fighting down there in Tallahassee. Me, Jizzle, parlaying them. Because they thought I was getting some money on white tea. I'm like, man, I don't want that. I'm getting paid. And when we came home, it was the first BET Hip Hop Awards. that landed in Atlanta, and that shit landed on my birthday. I don't know why I did that.
Okay.
And I threw a mansion party. I threw a stupid mansion party. When I say stupid, it was stupid. And it was called Powerball Mansion. And shit, man, I had DJ Quick fly out here, and he was on probation. Like, it was crazy. Like, I popped bottles with everybody in the party. And then that was about the time me and Jermaine went back and forth. We got into it. And I just went to Polo, and I told him, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I used to be on the road with Cash Money, and I already knew Rich Boy. I seen him and Tay and them at the mall all the time when we was in Mobile. And I came to Polo, and I was like, bro, I couldn't work for you. You know, I couldn't work with you, and I'll take a $10,000 pay cut. You know what I'm saying? Because I see the vision. And I used to pull up to Zach's, bump and throw some D's. So they be like, you know, and the crazy part, Polo had already put out 2 records. So if he had failed at this 3rd record, they weren't gonna give him no label deal. He would just been a producer.
Right.
Can I ask a question while it's on my head before you finish? You did all this then. Are you still helping people now?
Oh yeah, well helping people? Oh yeah, well
I mean, you know, I ask you that, and the reason I'm asking this question is very important for the people that's listening to this on the show. I find that the young people now that's got songs out, you'll never hear them on the radio, not the independent artists. So I need you to tell people what it takes to get somebody like you or a radio station to play that song. Because the way you talk about the grinding that you're doing, because I remember Sharon Showcase, we put out flyers, we put out posts, we did all that kind of stuff. I ain't seen a flyer or a poster or nothing with no young people on it. So can you tell the people in the audience what it takes for a young independent artist to get on?
You got to get to work.
like I got my own products.
Yeah,
Like,
I just need them to really know, because I don't see it. I don't see rap is, they say it's 50 years. If the people like yourself don't change the attitude or the way that people are hustling to get that music played, it won't be another 50 years.
At all. And you right.
So I need you, because I mean, with the history that you just got to talking about, I can't even see that coming up no more. So can you just kind of like give me?
Yeah, I get into it.
I'm gonna cut it.
And I wanted to say this because she's right. So I'll say this.
Before you started, because I want this to be a whole, this is really a teaching moment. I got people in and out of this new artist.